Welcome to this episode of the Sports Detective Podcast Show. My name is James Williams, and today Klay Thompson may have played his last game as a Golden State Warrior. Why are we talking about this? Well, the internet sleuths have done it again. They discovered that Klay Thompson is no longer following the Golden State Warriors on Instagram. I'll go ahead and show you guys this tweet here that shows that when you go to Klay Thompson's Instagram, you go to who he is following, you type in Warriors, all you get is the Santa Cruz Warriors, and you get this Warriors fan page. And it's one thing, I probably wouldn't be doing this video because it would be kind of a silly concept to be like, oh, he's not following the Warriors on Instagram anymore. That must mean he's leaving. Another reason that this is a very interesting story is if you further investigate his Instagram account, he has no pictures of him in a Golden State Warriors uniform for the last 2 seasons. The last time that he has a picture of him in a Golden State Warriors uniform is it's like this one brand deal from 2022 that he can't technically delete it because he's under contract with that company. I can't remember what company did that brand deal with that Instagram post, but that is why he can't delete it. You can't find him in a Warriors uniform past 2022 on his Instagram, which is kind of odd for him to go back and basically delete a bunch of posts from the last like 3 years, including this one that I'll show you guys here. This is a picture of him and Steph Curry after winning their 4th NBA championship. You can see them here. They're holding up the 4, or I don't know if this was after, but this is a picture of them holding up the 4 with the Finals MVP trophy and the Larry O'Brien trophy. So this is kind of an odd situation here, and this has been a discussion that's been going on with the Warriors all season long with this Klay Thompson extension and free agency looming. Hey, are you going to re-sign Klay Thompson? Why would you re-sign Klay Thompson? Why should you re-sign Klay Thompson? Because Klay Thompson, and rightfully so, he's 34 years old. This is going to be his last time to sign a big, lucrative contract, and I don't think he's going to take any pay cuts from the Golden State Warriors just because of, to give them a team-friendly deal to help them out and to help out the Warriors and to help compete for an NBA championship. And from the Warriors side here too, it was one thing to be paying, a $200 million payroll with all of the luxury tax and all the extra hundreds of millions of dollars that you're spending on a team when you're winning 4 championships in like 7 years. But it's another thing to do that when you're the 10th seed and you're in the play-in and you already got a bunch of money tied in a bunch of different directions with this team. You're paying Steve Kerr a bunch of money to coach a team. Steph's getting paid a lot of money. Draymond's getting paid a lot of money. You're going to have a Jonathan Kuminga extension coming up next season. You have a lot of these young guys that are going to need to get paid at some point. And at this point, if you're the Golden State Warriors, you're paying for past performance with Klay Thompson. He had 2 devastating knee injuries. He had the ACL tear in the NBA Finals. He had the Achilles tear while he was just coming back off the ACL tear. So he basically missed 2 seasons in his prime where they paid him $70 million not to play. So it kind of looks like this might be the end for Klay Thompson here. And if it is the end, he's got nothing to prove with the Warriors. He won his 4 rings there. His legacy is cemented there. But it looks like this might be the actual end of this Warriors run that we have seen. Now, it doesn't mean that they still can't compete. It doesn't mean if Klay Thompson leaves that they can't make different moves along the edges or maybe make a move to bring in a new star to pair with Steph Curry. But it looks like this Splash Brothers iteration of the Warriors, it might be over with. Because it's not that just Klay Thompson wants to get paid and that the Warriors might not pay him what he wants to get paid. It's that there are a lot of other suitors out there. There are some very young, talented teams that have a lot of guys on rookie contracts that have cap space. And I'll go ahead and name a few of them here. Because here's basically what I found are like the 4 options that Klay Thompson could potentially leave the Golden State Warriors for. So the first one is in the Western Conference, and this was the 1 seed in the West this year. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you look at their contracts right now, basically the only person they are paying on their team, like significant money, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And he is actually on with how good he is, being an MVP candidate, getting paid $35 million a year next year. That's a pretty dang good deal. Then their next highest paid guy is Lou Dort at like $17 million. Klay Thompson could fit right into that team. They're not necessarily a good shooting team. And I know Klay Thompson his shooting's gone down a little bit, but having Klay Thompson be your sixth man off the bench, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder would pay a lot of money to have Klay Thompson there. Again, they only have like $100 million in cap space for next year, so they're gonna have to spend it on somebody. All of their young guys like Chet and Kason Wallace and a few other guys are on rookie contracts for like the next 3 years. So spend that cap space while you can. Bring in a veteran leader like Klay Thompson, a guy that has basically prevented you from making the NBA Finals when you guys had Kevin Durant. I think that's a great fit. Here's the other one here too. This is a young team in the East. The Orlando Magic. They have Paulo and Franz Wagner on rookie deals. They are kind of in the same situation with the Thunder where they are not spending any money. Their highest contract for next season right now is Jonathan Isaac at $17 million. Other than that, they just have a bunch of guys on rookie contracts. So you're telling me Klay Thompson can come in there, be kind of like this offensive like threat for them? I think the Magic would pay a lot of money for that. That's attractive to Klay Thompson too, because you have the no state income tax in Orlando, in Florida. So he could make a lot of money playing for the Magic for the rest of his 30s. This is one here too. Maybe a little bit less likely, but the Philadelphia 76ers, if they strike out on Paul George and LeBron James and some of the other bigger stars, they might be like, hey, we'll overpay for Klay Thompson. And then you got Tyrese Maxey, who's going to sign an extension this summer. You have Joel Embiid under contract, and you got Maxey, Embiid, Klay Thompson, fill in the pieces around them. You got to like your chances better if you're Philly if you do something like that. Then this is the last option. I just read this online. I don't know how this would work financially, but the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks, you're telling me like Klay Thompson would be a perfect guy to play next to Luka and Kyrie because he doesn't need the ball. Willing defender, sharpshooter. Seems like that'd be a pretty good piece to pair with that combo there in Dallas, but I don't know how the money would work because they basically have everybody that's on this current team under contract, and then Josh Green's extension kicks in next year. So I don't know how it would work financially, but I just read that online that they were a potential suitor. So kind of to wrap this up, looking at those three teams there, those three teams are desperate. They want to take a move in the right direction. If you're OKC, you got criticized in the past for not making, for not going all in on teams when you have a nice young core that's ready to compete right now. I think either OKC, Dallas, or Orlando is going to pay Klay Thompson close to $40 million a year for like 4 years. And I think that is probably where he's going to go. I don't think the Warriors are going to pay him that because he's getting paid like $40 million a year right now. And the Warriors want him to take a pay cut. And I don't think Klay Thompson is going to do that. So sadly for Golden State Warriors fans, I think Klay Thompson is potentially done with the Golden State Warriors. It was a great run. This is probably one of the most iconic teams of my lifetime. And they're definitely one of the most iconic teams in NBA history. So if it is over, sad to see it, but I do kind of get excited at the possibility of Klay Thompson being on a different team, competing for NBA championships with a younger core around him. So there you have it, guys. That's going to do it for this episode here today. If you like this video, please give me a like on this page. Please give me a subscription. We're trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. We got 5.5 months to do that. As I'm recording this video, we are a tad under 400. So if you can help push me past 400, I'd very much appreciate that. Leave a comment in the comment section here today, even if it's something like, hey, you're very handsome. I'd very much appreciate that. So thank you very much for watching this episode here today. I'll talk to you next time.